Okay. All right, Leviticus 19, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, now remember, Moses is the prophet that speaks to Israel. Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Now, knowing what we now see from the released documents of Epstein's affairs, can we conclude that any of his actions were holy? Not even close, right? Not even close. We already discussed. We just see he's practicing the sin of Balaam. Okay? Verse 3. Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Now, let me ask you this question, and I want you to think about it. Can we say that Epstein feared the mothers and the fathers of his child victims? The answer is absolutely not. He had no fear of those parents. Zero. Did he keep the Lord's Sabbaths? Well, we don't know that, but more than likely no. Right? I doubt very highly that he was keeping any Sabbath at all, except the Black Sabbath. Verse 4. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord your God. Now remember, this is to a Jew. This is specifically to a Jew. He claims to be of Ashkenazi descent. He claims to be a Jew. So this is for him. Did Jeffrey Epstein and his consort Ghislaine there avoid idols? They actually worshiped them, didn't they? Right? They fell head over heels in the worship of idols. They may not have recognized them as such, but they were. The compound had masks all over it. Did you see? Did you see the pictures and the masks and the statues and all the nonsense that was in that system, in that building? It's disgusting. They were neck deep in the worship of idolatry. Verse 5. And if ye offer a sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Lord, ye shall offer it at your own will. Did Jeffrey ever offer sacrifices to God? Or his own free will, of his own free will, did he? He seemed to offer them to Baal, didn't he? Which is Satan. He practiced Satan worship, the evils of that Canaanite nation in which the Jews were told to exterminate them completely, to rid the world of this type of worship. You cannot give a free will offering of anything that you didn't work for, right? If you stole money or souls or flesh, those sacrifices are an abomination to God. An abomination. Jeffrey Epstein is an abomination to God. Verse 6. It shall be eaten the same day ye offer it, and on the morrow, and if aught remain unto the third day, it shall be burnt with fire, and if it be eaten on the third day, it is abominable, it shall not be accepted. Therefore every one that eateth it shall bear his iniquity, because he hath profaned the hollow thing of the Lord, and the soul shall be cut off from among his people. Did you know that God never intended children to be sacrificed? Because that's what Satan worshipers do, you know. Nobody's talking about that, but that's what they do. Turn to Jeremiah chapter 19, verse 4. One of the Baalim, one of the Baals, one of the chief gods of Baal is a god named Moloch. And we know that that is worshipped in this country. The people that run these abortion centers are Moloch worshipers. They sacrifice their children to this deity, so-called. Turn to Jeremiah 19, verse 4. Because they have forsaken me, this is God talking about the Israelites, because this has happened before, right? Because they have forsaken me and have estranged this place, and have burned incense in it unto other gods, whom neither they nor their fathers have known, nor the gods of Judah, and have filled this place with the blood of innocents. They have built also the high places of Baal, to burn their sons with fire for burnt offerings unto Baal, which I, that's Jehovah, commanded not, nor spake it. Now notice carefully, neither came it into my mind. This is so far away from the thoughts of God, it's Antichrist. It's Antichrist. Did Epstein burn incense to other gods? You bet he did. He filled his palaces and all his places with the blood of innocents. Listen to the testimonies of some of the children and how they were raped until they bled. Absolutely disgusting. That's their sacrifice. Their sacrifice of blood. Their blood sacrifice. Get it? Did he build high places to Baal? A place where he could worship Baal unmolested? Well, yeah, the entire island. Did he burn his sons with fire? Now that's a really good question. If he claimed to be a Baal worshiper, that's part of the Baal worship, right? I don't know for a fact, but I bet you if you look through those FBI unredacted files, you're going to find something that they sacrificed children. I'd bet money on it. I'd bet money on it. They did everything else that Baal required. Why wouldn't you expect that they did that? Notice God's rebuke. Which I commanded not, nor spake it, neither came it to my mind. Consider the fact that God never dreamed, never even thought that man would do such a vile thing to his children, to the children of other men and women, husbands and wives, that Epstein did to those children. Think about that. Think about that. Now let's run back to Leviticus. Go back to Leviticus, chapter 19 again. And we're going to start with verse 11 this time. Okay? Remember, we're trying to build an indictment against somebody based in the law, right? Because he doesn't believe in Jesus Christ. Is a Jew by at least birth, so he claims. So then he should be under the law. Does the law condemn him? Leviticus 19, verse 11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. And ye shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord. I am the Lord. Epstein's entire existence was to coerce and to embezzle funds from the rich and powerful and the political elite to serve himself and his masters. Whether it was Mossad, whether it was French intelligence, whether it was CIA, whether it was Russian intelligence, whoever intelligence agency paid him, he would do it. So the claim goes. He made a life out of theft, using honey traps and children to coerce people. As a self-proclaimed Ashkenazi Jew, he profaned the very name of God associated with his Jewishness, with the reputation of God. Indications are that he might be alive today. I just saw a couple things on the news the other day. There's pictures of this guy that looks remarkably like Jeffrey Epstein in Israel today. And I'll tell you one thing. If he doesn't repent before his deathbed, he will burn in the lake of fire. I suspect, however, that his consciousness is so seared that there is no way for him to repent. He has practiced this evil for so long, it's become his way of life. His conscience is seared. He is reprobate. His lifestyle betrays what he thinks. His actions to him are perfectly legitimate. Verse 13 of Leviticus 19. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. He kidnapped young girls. And he kept them on an island. He did not pay them. And if by some miracle that they left, he might have paid them. He was a thief. He was a withholder of wages. Those are the minor things that he did. He was a kidnapper. He profited by child prostitution, and he didn't pay their wage. Now jump down to verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. All Jeffrey did was honor the persons of the mighty. That's what his whole life was about, wasn't it? Right? Everything we see in the paperwork that's coming out, he garnered the favor of the mighty. That's what he was doing. He was garnering the favor of the mighty. He did it by playing to their base lusts, right? And hidden desires. He did it by his abominations, by using children as sexual toys for their pleasure of the rich and famous. He treated them like animals. The children, that is. Verse 20 of Leviticus 19. And whosoever lieth carnally with a woman, that is a bondmaid, betrothed to an husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her, she shall be scourged. They shall not be put to death, because she was not free. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, even a ram for a trespass offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before the Lord for his sin, which he hath done, and the sin which he hath done shall be forgiven. Now we get into the realm of speculation. How many betrothed women do you think Jeffrey Epstein slept with? How many did his clients sleep with? If he really is an Ashkenazi Jew, do you see any altars on his island where he can offer an atonement for his sin? I don't. There's no atonement there. All these laws we're talking about, right, are from the Old Testament. The Old Testament. All these things a good Jew should be following to be classified as a good Jew, a follower of God. And I don't even have time to touch on all the other points. There's so many more. You keep reading in Leviticus 19, you'll just vomit. Let's jump to the New Testament. Let's claim that let's make a claim that maybe he found Jesus. There's evidence today out in the news I was looking at that he was talking to Ken Starr. And Ken Starr was trying to get him to convert to Christianity under the false pretense that by confessing Jesus' name, he would somehow be saved. Okay. Matthew 18, verse 6. And of course, Jeffrey Epstein's responses to that belied the contempt that he had for Jesus Christ. You should read it. It's on today's news stream. Matthew 18, verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it be better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Do you think sexually abusing children is offensive to the person of that child? I do. Jesus said, it is better if a millstone is hung on his neck and drowned. Meaning his punishment's going to be even worse than that. He hasn't yet met his punishment. Mark 9, verse 42. Mark 9, verse 42. And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believes in me, Jesus Christ, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and he were cast into the sea. Well, here's a question for you. Do you think that any of the children that Epstein abused were believers in Jesus Christ? Boy, oh boy, Jeffrey, you're in trouble. Because all it takes is one. Your punishment of eternal fire forever and torment is waiting. Was it worth it, Jeff? Years of pleasure for an eternity of torment and pain. Matthew 19, verse 14. But Jesus said, suffer little children. Suffer in the Old Testament means to allow, or in the Old English means to allow. Suffer little children, and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven. We know of at least one woman who committed suicide because of the treatment she received from Epstein, his entourage, and all the people he was associated with. Her blood is upon you, Jeffrey. Jesus Christ says that you're going to pay for that. He is personally going to make you pay for that. You did not allow that child to come to him. Do not forbid them. You caused that person's mental state to collapse because of the sin that you inflicted upon her. But it's not just about Jeffrey, is it? Is it? Right? It's this entire system of BAAL that infects the world. Turn to Revelation chapter 18. Revelation 18 and verse 11. While you do that, I'm going to sip my coffee. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls, fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and fine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. Now we know in the Old English, God considers men, women too. It's mankind. The souls of men. Jeffrey Epstein was trafficking in the souls of men. He is an abomination to God, and everybody that he participated in that with him is an abomination to God. They are considered wicked, and they're going to go down. The whole system of corruption that helped Jeffrey build that system is coming down. My God is on his way. The gospel, the good news, is the kingdom of heaven is very soon going to crash in to this kingdom of men. And it's going to destroy it utterly. And it's going to punish the wicked of this world. And it's going to kill each and every one of them to the last man and the last woman who exalted their names above the truth of God. It's coming. It's coming. It's at the very door. That's all I have for you.